Underdog Podcast. It's your host T. Lee and my co-host Jack Cowden will be live today as usual.
Was pulling up, they acting like they couldn't see me. Now she wanna clean me up like a squeegee. I told her that's on me, baby, like yellow BZ. With the peanut butter and tear like a Reese.
He's gonna persevere through all the obstacles. Get it done. That's the underdog.
They don't forget the underdog when they see me. I hit them with the John Cena, they can't see me.
You may overlook this person, but the underdog is the one who's gonna put in the work.
It's over, you know? Because you have to lose to win. Whether you think losing is a big event.
Out of mind. All I'm saying, just be careful who you idolize. I'm kicking this scripture just before the bang. Ain't no cap in my words, I go against the grain.
So I always believe in life. I took so many risks to make this thing happen. You know what I mean?
I'm always working, bro. Like I said, I'm energy driven.
Underdog can put you on your ass. The underdog can put you on game. The underdog can show you something that you didn't know.
Can't go down. All you can do is go up. So are you gonna stay where you at, or are you gonna move up?
Feel the bangs. Feel the bangs.
He said he's nervous. This is his first time doing it.
Cut her ass off if she could I can read.
Yo, what it do, good people? Welcome to the Underdawgs Podcast. This is season 6, episode 7. We got a returning guest right now. We got to talk with Tiff in the building. This is the Underdawgs edition part 2 right now. We ain't going to even waste no time with it, you feel me? We're going to go on and bring in, welcome back.
Hey.
What's going on, Tiffany? How you doing today?
I am good. I'm hot, but I'm good. I will say that. I just went to a church, so that was very different for me because I'm not a church girl or church person anymore. I will say that because I grew up in church. Yeah. But yeah.
So let's talk about that experience while it's fresh on the table, you know, fresh out the plate.
What, going to church?
Yeah, like how was the experience, you know, like you say, from growing up in it to where, you know, you thinking for yourself, kind of, you know, learn to relearn, you know. So it's like to step back in and like just walk us through the experience though, like what you felt, you know. Do you feel like it's still it's like kind of like you felt this before, like this the same type of 1-2 and you know, like
Can you see me? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I was invited to church today by my son's grandmother. And I wasn't going to go. I saw everything. I wasn't going to go. And I even had a dream about her inviting me too after she invited me. So I'm like, I'm going to just go show my respect. And it's her birthday. So I'm going to just go. But I really didn't want to. My spirit was like, I don't know about that. Because growing up in the church, I never took it serious because it never resonated with me. Yeah. But when I had my spiritual awakening, I realized why church never resonated with me. It's because the teachings are false. And that's one thing I don't like to say is because people are learning at their own journey, their own path. But when it comes to Christianity, for me, being spiritual, quote unquote spiritual, I see the lies in between and all the hypocrites, which we all are, but it's one thing to be like one way in the church and then another way outside. Like just be yourself in the church, outside the church too. Like, and that's why I'm personally not into church. Yeah.
I feel what you just said though, because like when you say even they preach it though in the church where they say come as you are, you know, no judgment, but in the back of their mind, even the pastor mind, he judging when he's soon, you know, like it's people, you know, you go in there, it's like you got to be perfect, you got to
I do not like the feeling.
It be serious too.
And I'm an energy person, so the whole time I'm just like everybody in this bitch is like faking a funk. And in my head, I even said it to the person. I'm like, I'm ready to fucking go. Like, I text like, I can't do this shit. I'm like, bro, I can't do this. I could feel fake. It just feel fake. And then it was talking about hell and
they're gonna hit you
give your life to Christ. And I'm like, bro, this is like false. This is all fear based, and I don't like that. But I was just like, I know everybody learn at their own pace and stuff like that, but I gotta get the hell up out of here. It don't feel right.
Nah, I mean, when look, to each his own. Everybody got that. If you want, it's all right. If you want to go along with your program is your program.
Yeah.
Look, your world is your world. I can't
Yeah.
tell it don't revolve around you. Your world is your
Yeah.
world. So however you want to live, it make you peaceful. You know what I mean? But this is just from the perspective of like when you're able to think for yourself, able to see everything for what it is, then you know, like, hey, something ain't right. You know, and I done seen it all, you know, even growing up as a kid, seeing the pastor have a mega church and lose it all. Now he having church on the phone and it get crazy, you know.
You go
And
to church?
like, I grew up in it.
Yeah.
I grew up in it. I grew up in it, you know. And yeah, like you say, the fear, you know, the fear mongering though is like, man, like why I gotta be so and be so serious, like you gotta come, you know, dressed like this and all that, and
I had
you
this
ain't got
on.
this on. The brother man at the door don't you know he gonna come holler at you or whatever before you walk in. Don't hey don't do hey you can't. All right,
You know
man.
the usher
I
with their hand in the back.
yeah, I follow my own. I can't do it because
I
I feel
can't
like
do
if I
it.
go, I feel like if I go and I just be me, I'm gonna be the one that everybody or the usher going, man. I might just swear in the house of the Lord, bro, because I know somebody y'all acting, y'all faking, bro. Like y'all doing all this to impress somebody or get on the board or be a dancer, and like it's just levels to it, you know. Let that man that been an usher for so long get in the pool pit with the pastor. You gonna see a whole different level.
Exactly.
It's
That's how it's
crazy.
supposed to be. We're supposed to switch it up. Ain't no leading more than the other. Like, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It's just not for me.
It really is. But like I say, the season 6, episode 7, you know, featuring Orlando's own CEO of Bomb Beauty and Talk with Tiff podcast. So with the podcast, you know, well, we're gonna pick it back on since we last sat down. Like any significant experience or changes that shaped your life since we last spoke?
Man, listen. So much. So obviously Talk with Tiff. Ever since I came on y'all platform, I was like, I can do this because it's been like something that was like just create a platform, not necessarily a podcast per se, but like talking and using my voice to share my experiences and my testimonies. And I'm like, how? But then when you invited me on the show and I got that experience, I was like, I can do this. Like, that's all. Like, I'm just talking to you. Like, it was just so cool and just so easy, if that's the word to say. It was just so easy. So I created Talk with Tiff platform to just express messages that need to be shared, my own personal messages, other people who have messages to share as well. Not just about God, but like all over, all around experiences. So yeah, I will say Talk with Tiff was influenced and encouraged by you, by Source. And I thank y'all for real. Have y'all ever had like a guest appear twice?
Yeah, we always follow up with guests, you know, like I can't remember the last one, but yeah, even from the season 1, you know, guests like shout out to Afro Child. That's the first one I thought about. He was one of the ones when we started our foundation, like, you know, shout out to Willie too as well. You know, we had him on you know, like everybody from season 1, we done ran circle back around, like, all right, let's get the update. We done upgraded a little bit, you know, we gotta talk.
They gonna evolve.
That part, the journey don't stop, you know. So, but yeah, like I say, it's real like laid back and chill. You know, when you just being yourself, you create your space for you first. You create your space how you want to do it. You know, we're gonna talk about how you did it though. But yeah, it's like I don't know, we all got our own networks, and just like you say, you got your own network with Talk with Tiff. So it's like when I tap in with Talk with Tiff, I'm seeing, you know, the people that you know, because I know you ain't gonna just let anybody to come to space.
You already know.
So it's like letting you get them comfortable to open up and stuff, because the people that in they life might not be that outlet for them, you know. So you that outlet to open their mind to express stuff they probably ain't think about expressing or wanted to, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I ain't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
I want to say I've actually heard from people who came on my platform who said the same thing I said about what you did for me, what y'all did for me. They say this was like not that bad at all. Like I can do this too. And I'm like, yeah, like it's all we can all like do this together. For me, I'm not that one person that's like gatekeeping and like, no, this ain't I can't tell you how to do it. And I ain't gonna say I ain't got much. I ain't have much to start with, but I really didn't. And it's like all it takes is just to start. That's it.
You don't need a like you just need a voice, you basically need to bring yourself to the table.
That's
your
it.
personality, who you is, and whatever you start with over time and evolves. It's just like I had a conversation a while ago, like when people being independent filmmakers and all that, like say on Tubi or whatever, like people talk about it or whatever and stuff like that. That's cool. But anything that be the first project, first movie, first TV show, it can be a TV show that's popping right now. You look at that first season, it ain't looking like that season 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Like it's looking like, boy, we just started it bit, but as it keep progressing, it keep getting better. The budget keep getting bigger, you know.
Because you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn as you go. You're gonna learn. Yep.
Big fat. So how has your spiritual journey evolved in 2024? And what new insights have emerged for you?
Listen, Fleet. Okay, so I believe when we had our last one or our first one, I think it was like March, April, earlier this year. I don't know. But I know around that time in the beginning of the year, I can honestly say that I didn't realize that I was depressed.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It was
and
March.
I kind of was,
It was March. Yeah, March.
Okay. Oh yeah. So I didn't realize until like not too long ago that I was depressed. And I'm like, bro, I didn't want to admit to it, but I was trying to go back from after my mom passed and so much stuff that happened last year, so much traumatic stuff. I was trying to go back to quote unquote normal that I had to be honest with myself and say that, Tiffany, you're not okay. Like you're trying to like go through life like everything is all jolly and good and you're still trying to meditate, but you realize it ain't the same as it was because you basically I was trying to suppress how I truly was feeling. Like I'm hurting deep, like my mama gone in the physical. And I connect with her in the spiritual realm, but it's not the same. Like I can be doing anything, working out, think about my mama, start crying. And it's just like I had to admit to myself, like, it's not the same. You're gonna have to readjust to the new life without your mom in the physical realm now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one thing that has changed. I had to learn to readjust and I don't want to say program, but just get to know a new me, new chapter without having a mother. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm healing from that.
Nah, for real. Nah, I feel that. That's major. You know, just losing a parent. Like I to this day, I ain't gonna never forget 4/8/2020. I lost my dad. So it's like, bro, that like you just said, like acting like everything and just keep like that's why I think too, I keep myself doing something. I gotta keep my mind just because like internally I'm still scarred from that. It's like an open wound that don't heal, but it's like
even years later.
Yeah, like what type of bandage I'm gonna put on this today? Like I gotta keep this from spilling out, you know, in certain situations. But it's like, you know, I kind of, you know, it's like, all right, like you said, it's a new chapter now. So it's like learning to, but then also me remembering and kind of, you know, putting the lifelong things that he put on me to kind of like, all right, I could sit here and think about like, you know, and then I'm thinking about his overall, you know, his charisma and how he would too, like, you know, I'd be like, man, he ain't go out sad or just, you know, like that. He was just like, hey, you know, son, I lived it, boom, boom. Like he was fine. Like it wasn't like he was sitting there trying to ask everybody to feel sorry for him or nothing like that. So it's like, damn, like as a, you know, even though I'm older, like I ain't no child, but looking at, I'm still my dad's child, you know. So it's like looking at him and it's just like, damn, that's still like my role model in a sense. So I'm watching how he handle his business. So it's like, you gotta, you know, but just
y'all was close.
Yeah, we was like that, you know, like he was the one that, hey son, you know, I'm proud of you, what you doing, you know, keep doing that. It's big, you know, like anything I did, he always beat it up. He ain't never try to like pull me back from doing something. He was just like, go do it. You know, jump in the water, son. See, he was just like that. See if you'll swim. It ain't that bad. Try it. Like, instead of just, oh nah, that ain't gonna work. Like, I ain't that wasn't that type of outlet, like, you know, for real. But nah, that's amazing. But like you said,
I want to ask you, even years later, it's still like it feels fresh.
And I feel like it ain't gonna never get out, you know, because it's like, damn, like I created a space where, you know, you can see, you know, whatever going on and stuff like that, you know, but it just, that's like a part of my whole identity kind of wiped a little bit, you know, because I'm like, shoot, he played a role, but channeling that positive energy and kind of picking up the ball, tuning it, it's like, all right, you know, where you at now? Like, shit, you can't stop. Like, it's just like, it's that mentality of, I ain't got the victimized thing because I got a whole bunch of wives, but then I'm sitting there like, man, dang, if he was still here with me right now to see, you know, whatever stuff and all that. But it's like, all right, it's the new child. That's like you say, it be lingering, but it's just like I'm in a better space than when it first happened. You know, like years later. Years later, I'm in a better space than when it first was fresh and it happened. It was just like, I was just like, man, like. When you see it, it's like, okay, I'm proud in that mode, but when it comes to family and certain stuff going on, I'm ready to go to war and crash out with everybody, like, because I seen what was going on. So I would kind of like, but just put myself back together, creating it where my accessibility ain't what it is. Certain people, you know what I'm saying? Like I just, when he left, I had to delete certain people that I knew weren't right, you know, in the process. So that kind of helped me too in a way, because we ain't finna act like everything all good when it really wasn't, you know. Like,
right, exactly. I asked you that because I'm wondering, like, does it get better? Then I'm not as sad, I guess, as I was in the beginning. I'm trying to still be in that accepting stage, but it's still like, damn, this don't real, like for real. But like 4 years later, you said 2020 for your dad, like it still affects you.
Yeah. But that, like you say, it gets better as you start noticing your personal growth. You know, you keep growing. I feel like if I would have just held on to that and kind of went the opposite way, it would have been like, then, you know, it's like almost in the sense of, you know, we all in control of how we want things to go for us. So it's like, just basically choosing another path to just keep growing and progressing. And it's like, I still know, like, my spiritual, you know, I'm like, you know, I know he, what he wanted for me and how he, you know, so it's like, yeah, I can't let him down. I'm still, I'm a representation of him. So it's like, I still, it ain't no eyes off me, because it's like, damn, you want your parent to see everything what's going on, and it's like, shit, it don't stop. You still can't let them down. Like, you still gotta keep going.
Yourself too.
Yeah, that part. Big facts. So, what messages or signs from the universe have you felt most strongly this year?
This year, I will say to I feel like this year was like one of those year of, you know, faith of a mustard seed for me.
Yeah.
Where it's like all these obstacles that's thrown at you, you gonna fall, or you gonna fall and get up, or you gonna give up. And I had a choice. I had a choice plenty of times to just like, fuck this. I can't do this no more. Like, this is too much. Like, oh man, I could just go on and on about, man, I'm talking about as soon as I get up, bye. You thought it was over? Bye. I'm like, life is life. And from 2023, the end of it, to in the beginning of this year, I was like, what the fuck is going on? But it put me in a place too. Honestly, it put me in a place to just stay still. Like, stop always. I gotta do. So that's one thing I will say, that the universe has given me a sign to stay still in the moment of it being not so great. And I realized that the things that I swear on everything, the things that I encounter or things that I experience, I always attract somebody who may have they went through that or are going through it, and I tell them how I got through it, so it helps them. So I'm like, it's not just for no reason at all, and I love that. And I can appreciate that. And I'm an alchemist. That's basically when you just see the best in everything, and a lot of times, some days I will be like, but I don't deserve this. But it's like, but you could be helping somebody else, and that's what I always want to do, help somebody.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it always helps somebody. Everything that I experience, it helps somebody, I swear, randomly. It'd be a random person just out of nowhere, just tell me their story. And I'm like, dang, I just went through that a couple weeks ago. Well, let me tell you this, let me tell you that. They're like, oh, really? I was like, so I went through that to help somebody else. But that's one thing I will say that the universe has taught me this year, a big sign.
Nah, for real. I mean, it's always each one teach one. I'm learning that too. Like, as I keep getting deeper, it's like it's like everybody got something relatable, you know.
Yeah.
That's what kind of like it's like swapping out. Like, all right, let me swap my store with you.
Yeah.
Because it's like you taking stuff from my store, I'm taking stuff from your store, and it's just like, okay, then how you did this and I, you know, anything to move forward. Anything to move forward, you know, because like you said, it is hard. You had a moment, you're like, man. But it's like it's really the power of the mind though, because it's easy to just everything that's easy, they come easy, always come with a challenge.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's
you
like
said something just then, boy. That's one thing. That's another thing. The power of the mind. I got a book that's called that. I think Willpower of the Mind.
Yeah,
that's one thing too. And forgiveness. I will say that too. Forgiveness and controlling my energy and. Man, the mind, boy, ooh, it'll play tricks on you.
That's the thing. You feel me? When it be so it's easy to just give up. That's the easy.
Yeah.
I don't want to be one of them people. Like I know I ain't one. You know what I'm saying? They just want to just everybody help me or just like it ain't better than me like that. Which is the easy route. I just don't feel. I feel like I'm cheating myself though if I try to just play victim. I'm like that don't go together. That shit don't coordinate with me. So it's just like even the strongest, like people, everybody got something that you fighting every day mentally where it's like, but when it's the strength behind your character though, they like kind of mask it, you know what I mean? But like even the hardest day, sometimes you just gotta take a break. You just gotta take a break and just mental break. Really like something. But nah, it get real though. But
that break be necessary, boy.
Yeah, now you say running. Time, then you get tired, and you're like, damn. Then you still gotta deal with your mental. You ain't really taking care of your mental. You just keeping yourself busy.
Yeah.
And like forget about it. Like how a person, everybody got their vices, but the vice that everybody into, it just temporarily make you just not think about it. You ain't gotta worry about it. As soon as you come up out of that whatever and stuff, you back to just like we back here again. So it's like you gotta face it head on.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true, for real.
So what has been the most fulfilling aspect of creating a space for authenticity and deep conversation on your podcast?
So I always let everybody know before they even come on a platform, or not let them know, but I do let them know. But firsthand, I sage, I meditate, even if it's not the day of. What I'll do is like the week of, because I'll be so excited.
Yeah.
I'll be so excited that I'll be like, oh my gosh, like the energy be high already. And a lot of times I be that excitement turns to anxiousness. And I'm like, I need to calm down, because before they get here, I want the energy to be pure. So I'm going to sage, I'm going to pray over the space, and I'm going to let them know that they can only come in, energetically let them know that they can only come in with divine energy. And but when they get here, I always tell them, do what you got to do to make yourself feel comfortable. I don't care if you got a drink, if you want some water, whatever you got to do, like just make yourself comfortable, because a lot of people get here and they be like, I never did this before, and I'm like, I can understand, I can relate, because that's how it was on yours. But when we got on, I was like, that's it. Like I was just talking, it felt like I was just talking to my dog. Like that's it. I was like, it's okay. Let's just talk. Because a lot of times they'll interact with the camera and not me, engage with me. And that's what it's about, engaging with the person you're talking to with the camera looking at you. It can be nerve-wracking, but I try to make the space as comfortable as possible before we even start, to make sure they are their true self. Because don't come in here like you going to church. Don't be like you at church. Don't do that.
Nah, I feel that. Yeah, like you say, the ability for you to make somebody feel comfortable, you know, it's like, you know, in their space, they might not have that many people, you know. So it's like, all right, let me go to talk with Tiff though. Let me open up, like, you know, and you giving them a new experience to where it's gonna probably take them somewhere else with it, you know. For real.
And it takes me being by myself too. Because if I'm giving them like my interview voice, they gonna be like, oh, I gotta be like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of times they'll mirror what you doing. Because if I'm like, all right, so what you're gonna do is, and they're gonna be like, like, no. So when we get on the show, it's like that. Like, just be yourself. Like, that's it.
Nah, for real. Because the last thing I want somebody to do is to feel like they gotta, like, it's too much pressure on it. It's like literally just having a conversation, just chill. Like, you know, it ain't like you on Fox News or, you know what I mean? You ain't on no news channel, you feel me? So it's like, but even with that though, wherever this podcast platform, wherever it reach, like I'm still gonna be, you know, like I watch a lot of them, like say 85 South showing them boys be on there, just you can see they having fun with it, like they just being themselves. It's just
that's it.
The format don't change. Like
that's all it's about. Like they self, they doing all the stuff they want to do on their platform.
Basically, that's what we want to do with it too. Straight up, nobody telling us how we gotta be, what we gotta say, what. Like I don't want that level of success to where somebody gotta tell me, like basically like I'm in the military, I gotta do this, then y'all got me on a contract. Like the last thing you want to do is just be in shackles. So you might as well just go work a 9 to 5.
Listen, that's how it was today at church. So my son, he in there like just like, because he ain't used to this. He just in there. I wanted to say stop. You know how they used to do with us in church, like pinch you and stuff. But I'm like, do it. I don't give a damn. Like, this ain't exciting to you. And that's okay. Jump up and down if you need to. I mean, don't be too crazy with it. But like if you need to move to keep yourself up, because this is not it's not exciting, or it's just not something that you're interested in, do what you gotta do. Color on a piece of paper that they gave you, the little flyer or the fan, whatever you gotta do to entertain yourself, because this ain't your interest into mama. I ain't gonna even lie to you, baby. So do what you gotta do. But that's the same example. It's like I can't be controlled.
I'm not one of the ones. I'm a creative. You know what I mean? So even
it's
like
hard for me to take authority. Like I understand it, but it's hard for me to take authority when I have my own mind. Like who the fuck is you to tell me what to do?
And don't get me wrong, like in real life, like I drive tractor trailers, but I be letting them folk know like ahead of time, like I'm already ahead of y'all. Like what y'all telling me? Like this ain't what going on. Like I'm hard to just let them just like, and I'm not no super trucker. I'm here to get my money and go home.
You gonna do what you supposed to do.
For real. I'm like, I ain't taking this that crazy. I'm not. This ain't like a perfecting thing. We here for the one goal, get the money, and I'm out of here. For real. That's it.
That's it. I don't do my job though.
Nah, for real. I'm gonna show you I ain't nothing to play with. Like anything I put my mind to, I'm gonna do it. But yeah, we ain't going no extra with that.
Right.
So what are some of the most valuable lessons you learned from your podcast guests this year?
Ooh, some of the experiences that they shared. Some experiences that a lot of the experiences that they share, I've learned. Like you said, we all have similarities, and a lot of our experiences relate to each other. And I'm like, just in different ways. Everybody got their own view of things and perspective, and it just amazes me how we truly are all connected. Like for real. Like like I said, one person could be going through something, and I'm going through the same thing, or have went through the same thing, and it's like, oh, I'm not by myself in this. Like that's beautiful. Not to say that whatever they experience is all love and light and beautiful, but they got through it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have learned over time that we truly are, even though I know that we truly are all connected with source. And we all have a message to share. We all have a message to share. And it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay, not necessarily that I've learned this, but I've learned to open up myself so that they can be comfortable with opening up themselves as well on my platform. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't even really say it's vulnerability at that point though, because like you say, I know that you strategic in who you allow in the space. So it's like when I do open up, like it's the right moment. Like you
I
gotta
don't
be just
judge.
yeah. That's the big thing there. It's like the judgmental part is like, man, when you know the world ain't perfect, it's not a perfect world. It's like everybody got all type of stuff going on. So it's like, who am I to say something about this person? I got my own stuff. I done been through it going on. So like that's why I mind my business. That's the biggest thing too I learned.
You hear
I
me?
mind my business if it's nothing like I ain't finna talk nothing crazy about nothing. Only time I ain't gonna mind my business is if I can help. You know what I mean? We can talk about, and I'm gonna put mine on the table. So,
Right.
like you just said, you open yourself up to put yours on the table, and they put theirs in the pot, and y'all talk about it.
Yeah. Because
For
it
real.
made them feel comfortable. Like, oh, I don't have to like hold anything back.
Right.
No, I
Right.
know exactly. I know life be life, man. Not even necessarily just life be life, but like I've experienced stuff too that wasn't all peace, love, and light. Like we all have stuff
It's the
that
journey.
we've gone through that we can share that someone else might relate to too, and that can help them heal. Because that's the whole point of my platform, just to help people heal through the messages that we are all going through.
Keyword heal. Heal.
Yep.
People is
Yep.
damaged. And people is
Yep.
really damaged. Like, don't let it fool you. Like I say, social media, you can see pictures. You might see a little 5 second little boomerang, but you can't really tell nothing for real
Yeah.
all the way.
Right. That's why I'm so authentic. I like to share it. I like to share it, baby.
Yeah.
No, you gonna see the cute, the sad, the ugly, the whatever. You gonna see it because it needs to be expressed. It need to be let out for one. That's why I
Yeah, that
journal a
part.
lot. But I I just personally don't. I can't get with the posting like everything is always okay.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
like with
Yeah.
me, like people message me about my mom and say that they going through the same thing, like you just said about your dad, and it's like
Yeah.
I love that. I don't love the fact that you're sad or you feel some type of way regarding what happened, but I love that you're able to express how you feel and you can relate to how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says it be a vulnerability though, because I ain't gonna talk to everybody about it. I'm just like, because I be feeling like, man, you let one little piece of info out to certain people, man, they be using that, weaponized
Yep.
on you. Now you vulnerable. But it's
Switch it
like
around and everything.
you gotta just be careful. It's just the
Yeah.
same as the people that you put yourself around the spaces and stuff. The energy is real.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
energy is
very
real.
intentional, boy. I can't. I think about stuff in my head like, have a whole conversation. Like, if I say this, what would they say? Okay, I can say it.
Yeah. So well, you already kind of explained your initial vision when creating your podcast. So
I mean,
has
I
there
can
been
get
a
into depth a little bit more.
okay.
If
So
you have a
what was your
question.
initial vision when creating your podcast and how has it shifted over time? Like when you first started, kind of like how when we started and we call, when you progress a little bit, you start adding
Yeah.
stuff here and there. So what's a couple things that you added and what was like the format when you first was like, all right, I'm finna just start this? Because I see you decorated and put everything
Yeah.
together, you visualized it, like that's big.
Right. So that is one thing. Like at first, like I said, when I first started, it was like just okay. I need a mic and I need to record.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. And then I'm like, okay, because if you look at my first episodes versus now, I can already see that I'm just gonna keep evolving because it's gonna get better and better. But like compared to my first episode, I was just so excited about that one that like I didn't care about mistakes. I didn't care I had my questions on a sheet of paper that I just wrote down. Like it was like so it was just so like off the dome, if you want to say. It was just so like just like spontaneous, like let's just do it.
Yeah.
Let me just do it on Wednesday. It was my sister's birthday. Ain't nothing else holding me back. Why not? And when I get that burst and that spare of the moment, like excitement, I need to jump on it then, because if I don't, I call it missed opportunity, which it can't necessarily be a missed opportunity, but that excitement might go away and I won't be as enthused to start it or do it. So I need to do it. Me personally, I need to do it when I'm excited about it in that very moment. And that's what happened with my first episode with my sister. Like my microphone wasn't even working. But we ended up just saying, let's just do it anyways. I'm not gonna cancel it. I'm not gonna not do it just because of a few little obstacles that happen in between. I'm gonna just record. I know it's not the best quality and I don't know what I'm doing, but I know from experience with a lot of other things that I've done, it's gonna get better. So I've learned from that so much, like to make sure nobody brings kids, because at first I was a little like lenient, like you can bring kids because I understand I'm a mom, but now I understand like it's not the best. Even though I have my own children and stuff like that, it's not the best because the children can be a distraction. I also learned to have backup microphones just in case something was to happen, or also a backup camera just in case as well. And then I also wanted to like I did with this, I wanted to add a different view, a different setting. So if I want to switch it up, have a different background, everything gonna be pink regardless. So what else? It was also, I added after the first episode, which incorporates what Heal with Tiff is, the burn and release. That's something I wanted to do to help people not just share and express their emotions and their experiences, but also write down what you want to release and let's burn it and leave it. We're gonna pray over it and let it go. That's one thing that I will say that I really, really love, and a lot of people love that part about it. They love being able to burn, release what no longer serves them, and I love that for them.
Yeah, it felt like you just letting like a bird go. Like you feel light as a feather after you see it physically burn, and you know it's like it's kind of like a mental thing, but then a physical at the same time. So when those two connected, it's like you realizing what you're doing, like from the mind, and it just like you literally feel it though, like it's connection.
Right, you do. It's like a healing session for me. Like I'm just having a conversation with somebody who needs to let some stuff out. And I do this outside of, I do healing work outside of this platform, Talk with Tiff, where I teach people who don't know how to meditate, who don't know how to heal their childhood wounds, or I do that outside. So this is just like a little snippet of what it's like to be with me on Talk with Tiff versus Heal with Tiff. I just let people come here and express themselves, and Talk with Tiff season 2 is going to be so amazing. I will say that, no, I'm not going to say it. I will say I'm going to have different type of guests that have some real valuable messages. All of my guests have had valuable messages. It's just the ones that I know are coming now. It's going to be so worth it. So well worth the watch. I'm excited. Ain't gonna lie.
And I like how you mentioned though, like you use your previous experiences to know that hey, it's gonna get better. You know, it's gonna keep progressing. Like that's what I feel like anybody. If you just sit back and just think about what's that one thing, you know, when you started that you knew you worked real hard on and you start seeing the results. You just gotta, or you seen something big come out of the maze or whatever. Use that one situation for everything. Like, you know, consistency really is, you know, everything. You know, it's not really a cheat code to it. Just building habits that build your identity into what you want to be.
And just learn as you grow, apply different things as you go. That's all it is.
And that's the belief right there for a person that, you know, don't really think something. It's like you really got to think about a time where you seen the progression in something and it got so, you know, like you reached a level in it where you were real satisfied with the work you put in, you know.
Cause what I could have done was been like, you know what, that first episode ain't go so well. I'm gonna just wait till I get all the stuff together. And I would probably been starting next month, to be honest. If I wanted to wait until I'm completely ready, like no, I need to do it now. I need to do it regardless of what I do and don't have, and just progress as I go. Period. Like that's it. That's it.
So, how do you prepare yourself for each episode and ensure you know it's both engaging and meaningful?
Oh well, so like I said, I sage and set the tone for good energy only, good vibes only. Sometimes I know a lot of people that I do invite on are spiritually connected to the spiritual realm. So I would intentionally invite their divine ancestors or guides to come. I make sure I'm like, hey, ain't no dark energies welcome, whatever. Just to surround and make them feel comfortable. Um, can you ask your question again just to make sure I'm saying on the right track?
So how you make it like engaging and meaningful? Like you feel like
Okay.
how y'all both get the most out of what's going on in the setting while y'all sitting there with each other?
So at first, I always ask them what it is that they want to discuss. I always have my own personal questions that I want to ask, but I do want to ask them just to make sure that the audience is engaged as well as it's something that they're interested in sharing as well, to incorporate both of them. So I would make sure that I'm asking them something I want to ask and also asking them something they wanted to discuss as well. While also before that I set the tone and make sure that it's only good energy and good vibes, only welcomed.
As
Yeah.
it should be, for real.
Yeah.
That's how, because it's like when you set the tone, you know, whatever you do, like we tried to set our tone when we bring energy, so we know, all right, this gonna go the way we see it going. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you really be in control of it, you know.
Yeah. That's true.
Um, so what new goals or visions do you have for your podcast as we move into the next year? Because it ain't that much time left. It ain't but a couple months left.
I know, right? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
For they term of, you know, they numbers and shit like that, we only a couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to jump back on that last question. I did want to jump back on it and say it was something I was gonna say. So I guess I forgot. It was important. But can you ask the last question one more time?
So like what new goals or visions do you have for your podcast as we move into 2025?
Like I said, I'm inviting, or I have more people that are coming on that I'm gonna just say it, they've been incarcerated. So they have real messages to share, like for real. And I feel like this would be valuable not just to Black men, but the community as well. Because you know, I can't say but I don't know if you know anybody who's been in the system for a minute, and like they go in and they come out a whole different person. And I know it's easier said than done when all you have is time. And on the outside world, it's like you got this, you got that, everything pulling you. But it's like to listen to somebody who had a choice to either get out and go back to trouble, but who made a choice to change their life and to learn and evolve. Those messages are going to be so well worth listening to and hearing, because they changed their life drastically, even though they didn't have to. And so, yeah, that's one thing I will share. I'm willing to share about that people who have been incarcerated for a long time will be on my platform. And as well as me sharing a lot more of my own personal things that I've experienced. I'm gonna get real deep. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get deep, and it's something that I really ain't gonna lie. I didn't want to share for a long time because it's like,
Yeah.
oh God, like it was one of those things like, I don't want to be judged and da da da. I'm like, somebody got to hear the stuff that I've experienced, like outside of what I do share. Because I done been through some stuff, bro. Like, I done been through some stuff.
They
So I
say
would
they
say
say
just
you
do it
don't
more
look like.
personal.
They say you don't look like what you've been through. It's the strong character because some people during their battles, and it's like I understand it because them battles get hard, and then you start seeing them look like they battles. You start seeing the battle win. But then when you start seeing the battle win, and then when you see them recover and bounce back, oh man, that's a story for real.
So I'm gonna share that too. I'm gonna share. I was looking like that. My family was concerned. Ooh man.
Yeah.
Not on no drug type stuff, but it was just some depressing stuff.
I ain't no judgmental because I get we get a little deep, you know what I mean? We was young and wild. That's all I can say. Me and my partner, man. Yeah. When mama looking at me saying, I know you out there running the street. You look like it get deep. It get deep.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Do y'all plan on how y'all plan on, if you don't mind me asking, coming into 2025 and stuff and changing it up for your platform?
So being I'm in Atlanta and stuff, I'm finna start doing in person in Atlanta. Some people like to do that. I thought about it because I'm like, man, we hitting everywhere with this for real. It ain't really no cutoff on just
I'm
local.
be there soon, by the way.
Okay then.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try to do the in person, because some people like to come sit down and stuff. So
yes, that
I'm
would
like,
be nice.
Yeah, because I'm like right now, like I say, the network just anywhere, anybody, let's do it. And I love that because it's building connections all over. That's what the internet do. So I'm like, shoot, we gonna do it on here. We might well reach out to everybody. But yeah, we gonna add a little twist on to it. We got a new intro coming. We've been having that intro for a little minute, so we got a new intro cooking up.
Okay.
We're just trying to take the brand to that level. They got the LLC coming behind it too,
All right now.
Underdog Entertainment.
All right now.
Yeah. So we got some stuff cooking up. Trying to start putting some money and everything behind that.
Yeah. Yep.
But where we at right now, you feel me? We done did some major moves. Like I say, just starting. We making it work,
It'll be good when y'all get y'all space for like a in-person interaction to bring the people back again. That'll be nice. That'll
be hard. So when everybody be like, oh, they want to come to Atlanta, whatever stuff. I think we got a spot in Orlando for sure. My coach just gotta get that going and stuff down there.
Okay.
So we just found out about that. We got a location where we can kind of, and it work out. So
well, I'm gonna invite myself. I'm coming.
Yeah. We're gonna make it happen.
All right.
So what are some key takeaways from this year's episode that you believe will benefit your audience? Like out of all the episodes you had, what is some stuff you took from that episode that you feel like
from one of my episodes or the one we did?
From your episodes, like your guests and all these experiences, what's some key takeaways that you can recall, off your mind, like this something I felt like that benefited me and the audience as well, just from either a response or a story,
I understand that people love, when I shared my episode about me and my baby daddy, I don't know if you saw that, like little clips of it.
I've seen,
people like that. People like when I share personal stuff, either because it looked dramified or because it was personal and it wasn't just based on like spiritual stuff. It was if you watch the episode, but people like seeing stuff that they may be either going through or that may be something that's relatable, or something that's entertaining. Like they like that. And I love that the clips that I added before, there was a pre-recorded episode. They like that part of being able to see what the episode would be like before they even engage in it. So I'm thinking to start doing that too. To just record. Like I love the live. So I'm gonna be changing up like that too.
Now pre-recorded definitely is the way too, like and
Yeah.
just drop the episode. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We just be so into the like we just release it, but it be like live on this, but then when we do the upload to the YouTube and stuff, then we'll drop it.
Oh,
So
yeah. Some
yeah.
little clips to see what it's gonna be about. Yeah.
I think that might be a good thing to do before we start dropping the whole. Cause we just released the whole interview, but I
Yeah.
like what you were saying though, cause now I'm starting to go back and just like clip all the previous ones and stuff. Cause
Mm-hmm.
I had found a little way to do it, so now you might see us dropping like clips of bits and pieces of older episodes or whatever and stuff like that.
Oh.
So
Okay.
it'll take the key takeaways.
Yeah.
Um.
Okay.
But that'd be good to just give people the glimpse because some people ain't got the time to watch the whole hour or
Yeah.
whatever and stuff. So
Exactly.
yeah, I like that.
Exactly. Yep.
But I think what
Yep.
you just said, I might take that as an idea though. You just put me on some if I can drop
Yeah.
clips before the episode drop.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
like switch it up. Like sometimes it'll be a live, sometimes be a pre-recorded. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, fact.
So
Yeah,
I
I'm
can
gonna
see what I'm
take
gonna
that.
get into. See what I need to like for me. It'll be like okay. When I get off of work on Friday, I'm finna pop my popcorn, get my snack ready, drink my wine or something, and watch Underdawgs, watch Talk with Tiff episode, whatever
Mm-hmm.
the case may be, because I saw a preview of what it is, and I wanna tune into that like that.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah,
TV shows do that shit too, though.
exactly.
You get to the end and it starts showing you what's going on next week or getting you
Yeah,
anticipated for it. Yeah, that's hard.
I get a lot of ideas. I'm not even gonna lie, I get a lot of ideas through meditation and through downloads. And like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I just gotta act on it. And when I
Yeah.
do, I see the results of it. I'm like, oh, like that the one with my baby daddy. I was like, that was just an idea that came through meditation. I'm like, I'm gonna just do it. Even though he
Mm-hmm.
did ask to be on it, but as far as the clip part, add clips
Mm-hmm.
instead of just recording it and then posting it.
Nah, you did a major one with that too, though. Just showing that,
Thank
like,
you.
people have like the ideology of when baby mama and baby dad. It's always got a bad stigma to it. And it
Yeah.
has its reasons for how whatever going on. But the fact that despite everything, it's like I still gonna have a healthy conversation though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
Still can have black men and women sit down and have a healthy conversation. So
Mm-hmm.
that's somewhere age, it's like all right, it kind
Mm-hmm.
of it kind of balances it out, to
That's
have
why I
a
knew a lot of people would relate to that one because I had to go deep into his childhood wounds on why our relationship didn't work or how his
mhm,
co-parenting or his how he grew up affected his co-parenting and stuff like that because of how he seen his mom be
yeah,
raised and be the strong, independent woman, and him
mhm,
thinking that his woman supposed to be like that and not so feminine. And but we learned a lot in that experience too, and I knew a lot of people would be able to relate to that. So yeah,
nah, fact.
yeah. I'm
So,
excited to see y'all do that. I'm excited.
so have you had any episodes where like it was different opinions or like any type of debate during the interviews, like where y'all just like because it's like you see one thing one way, somebody else see it another way, and it's just like I don't know, cause like I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be open up when I be hearing, so I can see where they coming at with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like
Yeah,
I have my own little,
yeah,
or we can have the same idea and the
yeah,
same end goal, but it be just two different ways of seeing it.
yeah. That's the one. That's the one. The way you just described it right there.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like the same at the end. It'll come together at the same outcome,
But
but it'd
during
be
the
like,
middle, it's just like,
No, I
yeah,
didn't get mine wasn't like that, or I don't see it that way.
yeah,
And I'm like, but I'm trying to get them a different perspective. But I'm a good listener and a good I express myself well as well. So
mm-hmm.
I'm able to hear from their perspective, like, okay, I can see why you see it like that, or I can see why you think your way is right, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, we
Yeah,
both agree on the same way.
the
So
goal.
that's something that happened with me. I'm trying to figure out like an exact scenario.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it would be with this one woman who there's one woman who used to be in a church, and
I think I seen a clip of that.
she's,
You put
huh?
it at? You put it at?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think I
She
seen
had a
that. Yeah, I
great.
seen that.
You did?
I seen it. Clips of it. Yeah.
She was a deacon or something in the church, and she actually liked being in the church, and I couldn't relate to her, like, not me. And oh, you see me? Oh, she was like that. She enjoyed being involved in the church and stuff like that, but over time she realized it's a lot of secrets in the church, and made her steer away from church. And I was like, okay, now I can understand where you coming from. It was like that, because I'm like, I ain't
At
really
least she
like
told the
church like
real.
that.
She
Yeah.
told the real.
Yeah,
Like,
now she more spiritual, and she said she don't even feel welcomed in the church because of what she do, but she still brought some of those practices from the church, which I understand, and incorporated with her spirituality, like crystals in the Bible, tarot cards, sage, stuff like that they call demonic, but she still like praise God.
yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah. I mean, long as, like you say, whatever works for people work, but long as you know when somebody can see what's for what it is. Like,
Mm-hmm.
long, and now if you could sit her and tell me that you see this for what it is and I see it, then okay. But if you just
Yeah.
denying it, a false reality of what it is and stuff, and you
Mm-hmm.
ain't seeing this stuff in your face, I'm talking about the people that you worshiping and all that, you know, put
Yeah.
them on a pedestal. You don't see them doing all this stuff in front of your face. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And
Yeah.
we ain't talking about just behind the screen. I'm talking about just the other side on the side, you know, the side P
Yes.
doing all this type of stuff over here. But
Mm-hmm.
then church going on, you know, or you can see it in the church going on, but people just refuse to see it. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same way as how we say, uh, shout out to my boy Jack Cowden though. Slide Life. You know what I mean? We was in the studio. We got a song called Willie Lynch. So right in the song we talking about, you know, political situations, but I ain't gonna go too deep on it. But I ain't trying to get the video flag because you know they do us like
Oh.
that. So
Oh.
we ain't gonna start back doing that again.
Yeah.
But I think he said they get us emotionally convinced. He said knowing we ain't getting shit. Like they get us, yeah.
Ooh.
That's all I can put on that.
Ooh.
But yeah, the
Ooh.
return of the
You,
underdogs on the way for real.
you said one then,
So,
boy. Ooh.
yeah, Sly snapped on that. He said
Mm.
straight up, black people they get us emotionally convinced, knowing we ain't getting nothing. You need to watch the benefit. You need to watch the business moves out of it, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
start demanding for benefits. You know,
I
like
feel like I know what you're saying, but I ain't we can't we
yeah,
can't talk too much,
that
but
part.
yeah.
But yeah, change the subject. You know what I mean?
No, it's
Um,
good.
so what's a moment from this year that's made you like proud of your podcast? Like, you know, just made you ultimately proud of your journey and like, I'm here, I'm doing this. Like, what was that moment when you sat there and was like, dang, this really that? And it's like you say, you ain't really overthinking. Like, damn, it really like, and I ain't have to do, you know, it's a part of the process with the upgrade and stuff, but just the foundation of getting
Yeah.
it done. Like,
So I would say honestly, after every single episode, I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, that was
mm-hmm,
so fun!" Like, I swear, after y'all episode, I was like, "Bro, like every time it gets more and more exciting. Like each level is like, I really did that shit. Like I'm really doing this shit. Like that's what it be like for me. It's so exciting, it's such a thrill. Like I'm like, this to me is what a high feels like. Like it's such a good high, like to be able to have people come on the platform, somebody has learned from it, and like, and it's on my name. Like I be like, what? Talk with
mm-hmm.
Tiff? Like I be so excited. Um, I hope I'm answering your question right.
Nah,
That's
you
my
did,
answer.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
what
that's
made
my
you the most
answer.
proud? You feel me?
Yeah.
So any like memorable stories though, like just something that just stood out to you from somebody, you know, any little conversation you had that was just memorable. Like they really just, you know, they open up. They really open up this episode.
So that one woman who went to church,
Mm-hmm.
who was in the church house, she expressed how she was abused by her
Mm-hmm.
ex and how she basically got away. She shared it on the platform. She got away and she wanted to express like to women like if you got the chance and opportunity, get out. Because she
Mm-hmm.
was going through a lot of stuff and I think he was the father of her child too. So she didn't want her daughter to go through the same thing. She was like, absolutely not. So she actually made her way out once he got out of work. He went to work. She made her way out and said she never went back. That was something I was just like, wow, like women. She left everything behind, everything. She had a couple clothes. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, when it comes to moms about their kids, about their life, period, we gonna do what we gotta do for our babies. A lot of times, a lot of women don't have the opportunity to get out. They
Yeah.
don't make it out when it's abusive relationships. But she made it. She made a vow to herself. I'm getting out of here. He not gonna hurt me no more, and he damn sure ain't gonna hurt my kids. She moved to a whole different state, and I was like, wow, that was. I've heard stories about people doing that stuff, but for me to see it in person and somebody like she was getting emotional, I was just like,
Yeah.
it was touching. I was like, man, you really left, like for real. Excuse me.
Yeah. Nah, that hit different. Cause like,
Yeah.
yeah, that hit different. Cause as a man, like I don't really understand like just hitting females, period though. It just
It
be
was
like,
more into she got more into deep. It wasn't
yeah.
just hitting. It
Oh,
was
okay. Yeah.
assault, sexual
Yeah.
assault, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was just
That
like,
type of vibe.
damn.
I don't
Mm-mm.
know. Yeah, I feel them just be weird vibes to me. Like if you gotta do
Yeah.
all that with a woman, or just like
Yeah.
period, animal is just that shit just weird to me. Like it's different
Yeah.
type of energy, you know.
Yeah.
So when you pick guests and stuff, like how do you decide, which guests to invite and ensure that they align with your podcast? Like with talk with they align with talk with Tiff.
So
Because if
I
they don't
will say
align with
that
talk with Tiff, I know they ain't gonna even, yeah,
you can't even
you
come
don't
back.
make the cut.
You can't even come.
Yeah.
So I will say there have been a couple of people who asked to be on, and I'm gonna talk to God about like, hey, let me see, because if I already feel I'm a Pisces, so we all signs in one. I don't know if you into astrology or whatever, but we all signs in one, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel energy heavy, like whew, especially as an empath too. So when if I feel hesitant, I'm not even gonna even entertain an idea of you being able to come on my platform at all.
Mm-hmm.
And if I meditate on you, or a lot of times I get a lot of visions or dreams and I see something, I'm not even messaging you back at all.
Yeah.
Like, no. And that has happened where I'll be like, okay, is this person able to come on the platform? Um, and the only reason I thank God for my discernment, because the only reason I'm able to be more aware of that is because I've had experiences where I used to do makeup and hair and stuff like that. And I remember this one time one person came over, and after that the energy was so off,
Mm.
and I wasn't, because of who I am and so genuine, so pure. Even though I'm not perfect, I'm not claiming that, but my intentions are always pure. I expect people that book with me to have pure intentions too, but everybody don't have the same agenda as you. And I can't say this one particular person had anything negative, but because the dark side can use anybody
Mm.
to put a cloud over light if you allow it. And at the time I was vulnerable, I wasn't fully listening to my intuition and using my discernment, and I feel like I kind of slipped up with just letting anybody just come into the house, anybody, to the point where I wasn't letting the energy out that they brought in.
Oh,
I'm talking about shit just went left a lot after this one particular person. And I was like, from then on, I got to be very intentional about who I allow into my space, especially in my circle, but in my space, any conversation, any interaction at all. Like, everybody can't get a hug from me. Like, everybody can't touch me. And you damn sure ain't gonna come into my space having a whole conversation looking at me in the eye, because I don't know what your intentions is. for real, if I feel the vibe. So now I'm very intentional about it. Who can come on? I'm meditating on, praying about it. I'm gonna see what it is before you even come on. Before I even give you a time or a date, I'm gonna see. And if I can't, you just not gonna get a response back. So for the people who watching,
hey, you got that's the accessibility though, for real. You can't be accessible to everything. So what are some of your favorite episodes, or topics from this year's podcast? Like your episodes, like what you would say, I'm gonna give you two of them, your top two.
My top two?
Top two.
I'm not even saying it just because it was you. I swear I was talking about it for like a minute. I was like, that was my favorite episode. Like I never had. Oh, y'all was the first man. That's probably why too. And the vibe was so freaking cool. Like, bro, the vibe was so cool. I was like, I gotta have them on again. Like, y'all was one of my most favorite for real. I'm not just saying that. And then me and my sister, because that's my sister. We talk a lot. We real close. I have a lot of siblings, but me and my little sister are really, really close, and we talk a lot. So it was just like a regular conversation with that's how it felt with y'all is how it felt with my sister. It was just a regular conversation, and it wasn't. None of them are interview style, but it wasn't so get to know this person more. Yeah, it was somebody I already know of, so we just talking. So that's what it was. Y'all was my favorite too. So yeah.
Yeah, we had so much going on. That said, we gotta get there. We were running from time, like one side of town, the other side of town.
Y'all was like this.
You gotta get it done.
Yeah. That was fun though. That was fun. And then y'all brought Billy. He was so cool.
Oh yeah,
I did not expect that.
Yeah.
I didn't expect. I'm like, wait, he finna record? Like, oh, this is so
he the
nice.
man, Billy the man. For real, artist, dope artist, videographer.
Listen, so he gave me his information, his YouTube. I'm like, this the same dude. Like his whole aesthetic, like it's just so like, oh man, I'm like, this not the same person that was here. Like what?
Billy, that's a secret weapon right there, for real.
Yeah, like he know how to like. I don't know, like you wouldn't be able to tell just looking at him like, yeah, I'm an artist. He's like, oh, okay. And you look at his videos like, it's the same. It's the same person.
Artist mode, video mode, bro, be on it. Real talk.
Yeah.
So, what's a piece of advice or insight from a guest that you believe everybody should hear? From Talk with Tiff platform to the Underdawgs platform. What's some piece of advice that you feel like everybody should hear that you took in?
That everybody should help?
That everybody should hear? Like,
that everybody should hear?
Yeah.
Just do it. I know that's Nike slogan, but like being for real, just do it. Just do it. Whatever that it is for you, whether it be a podcast, whether it be something that you know damn well you were supposed to start a long time ago. God put it on your heart, or you just been thinking about it. You can't get it off your mind. And I ain't gonna even say necessarily quit your 9 to 5 to pursue this. Be logical, be for real. But pursue what it is that makes you truly happy. And I'm talking to myself too at the same time. Do whatever makes you truly happy. And if you gotta stay at that 9 to 5 to fund whatever it is that you desire to do and desire to be, do that until you can get your way out of it. But like I said, make it make sense too. Be logical. I will say, don't be a slave to the matrix.
Big facts.
Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to get no flag.
They know. For real talk. Yeah.
Don't be a slave to the matrix. Don't. We do need 9 to 5ers, workers here and there, but don't be a slave to it. You know what I'm saying? Don't depend on it fully as your full source. You got to be doing something else out here in this world.
Don't try to convert. Like you say, you had the one that program. The black man goes to the job and he done Uncle Tom and he cross over everybody to try to get to the top, and then he gets shitted on the top.
C19 told everybody. I can't say that, but
yeah.
C19 showed everybody you can't just have a 9 to 5 out here. You got to be doing something else. So I will say that do what it is that you love. That's one message I will share. Do what you love.
So a little twist we're gonna do that we kind of added on to the platform. You feel me?
Okay.
Are these the bonus question? So it's like, would you rather? Would you prefer to live in a world where every day is sunny, but monotonous, like a dull scenery, or like in a world where the weather changes frequently, but each day offers new exciting experiences?
Ooh, I love the sun, but to be feeling like I'm on a cloud with the sun out.
But the weather change every day, so it's gonna be Florida style. So you might be able to.
Since I'm from and I live in Florida,
but it could snow too. You don't take that out of it. It could snow. And just say the weather change frequently. So one day it could be sunny, next day it's snow, next day you got a hurricane, next day a tornado, next day it's gloomy. Like it can differ every day, but each day offer like new exciting experiences though.
I'm going with that one.
Okay.
I got to, me personally, because I don't want to be. I can't say I don't give a damn about it being sunny all day, every day, but I want to feel sunny. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it just being sunny outside and stuff. I want to feel sunny inside, internally too. So I would say just go with the weather because I'm kind of used to it right now. It's gonna rain in 5 minutes. In another 10 minutes, it's gonna be done. Like, that's Florida.
All right. So the next.
That was good. I like that one.
Would you choose to have a profound understanding of the universe mysteries, but be unable to share, the knowledge with others, or to have a simple, comforting spiritual practice that brings peace to those around you?
What was the second part?
Have a simple, comforting spiritual practice that brings peace to those around you. So now you got to have a moment. Do you want to be selfish, or do you want the ones around you that still keep in a circle that you the one that provides the peace to them, to everybody around you?
I'm that person. I'm not selfish, so
because the first one did sound a little bit like, wait, what? Because you get to know you get a good understanding of like all the universe mysteries. Like you the one with the secret knowledge, but you just can't tell nobody.
Well, so I will say, according to that, that's some things that I will share on my platform about some secret knowledge that I get downloads and stuff like that. But because I want to share and I have to share it, I'm gonna go with the second option because I can't hold stuff like that in.
Yeah,
I can't hold it in. Somebody got to hear it.
So the last,
they gonna learn from it.
That part too, and that's why I be thinking like something that somebody learn from you can create a whole new wave or something, and it'd be crazy. It could be something real small too.
Exactly. Yep.
So, would you rather have the ability to instantly make anyone you meet feel truly happy and valued, but sometimes struggle, with your own self-love, or to be deeply content with yourself while others occasionally miss out on your positive influence?
Ooh, wait a minute. That's too hard. Wait a minute.
You'll be able to make anybody you meet feel truly happy and valued, but sometimes struggle with your own self-love, or to be deeply content with yourself while others occasionally miss out on your positive influence.
It's that one is tough for me right now because both are true in this moment. And if I had to choose, right? If I had to choose one or the other, give me a second. I need the Jeopardy music.
Oh yeah, I need to add something like that too. We gonna add, yeah. You gave me an idea.
Yeah, that'll be a good like soundboard. Like a soundboard.
Put a little beat behind it, yeah.
Yeah. Like a give me a timer thing. I want to say I'm gonna go with A. I'm gonna go with the first option because I resonate with it now. Like I said, both, but I'm just go with that one because that's the one I definitely resonate with. But like I said, with me, not always feeling all loving like all the time, it helps other people too at the same time. So it's like they can relate to that too. So I'm just going with the first option. That was tough. I feel like I'm taking the FCAT.
Yeah, that's why we trying to add a little mix on it though. But yeah, like I say, you feel me? We appreciate you coming back on the platform too.
Yes, this is so fun.
And also, the question we always ask, but just a little spin on it, what's one way that the underdog always stay on top?
Y'all gonna ask me this again?
It's just another way though of asking it for real.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's no right or wrong answer.
Right. Yeah. It's really a tip answer from your perspective,
Yeah. So one way the underdog stay on top is what you asked me?
What's one way that they always, stay on top?
I'm gonna just say keep evolving, keep elevating. And I want to say also have people thinking that you ain't that.
I like
boom.
that. I like
and then
that.
Boom.
I like that because I'm the type, I don't want to show my hand on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
you
that.
Thought, here I go. I will say when y'all start your platform, for the people who are on, y'all gotta feel like y'all energy together, even individually, is like really intense. Like I said, I'm an energy person and like the vibe is real, and I'm really rooting for y'all to have this in-person interaction because that's gonna be something. That's gonna be something. People get to feel you. Like it's a different experience through the phone, but in person is even more intense. Like it's gonna be nice.
Facts.
Y'all got good vibes, good energy.
And I still hold on to them values though. So if I can push up, even with previous guests that came on, we just hey, it's the Underdog family. So if I can push up on you at a little event, you got something popping up, I push up for real. If I can be there, I'm gonna be there. Like I'm gonna support, and stuff like that. So, we don't. This just cause we trying to reach the world on this, you know what I mean? So. But like I say, from Orlando to Atlanta and wherever I can go at, you feel me? We gonna do for real.
Yeah. So, but thank y'all for having me on again. I appreciate it. This was fun.
Nah, big facts. Like I say, this season 6, episode 7, Talk with Tiff, the Underdawgs edition, part 2, featuring Orlando's own CEO of Bomb Beauty and Talk with Tiff podcast. We had the luxury of speaking with Tiffany Nicole.
All right, then.
Tapping in with us. We got one more after this.
You able to see comments?
Yeah, I can see them I'm on my other platforms too. We on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate you though, Till. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All Thank you, you too. All right.
Gold mouth, rabbit on my teeth. I got carrots. Open up a mouth and she got vocals sound like Janet. Marble on the floors, but the kitchen kinda granite. Lean color perk, you would think it's pomegranate. I see flying saucers finna roll another planet. It will fall in place if it's meant to be organic. I got crazy lingo, you would think I'm speaking Spanish. I'm something like a pie, never leave without the cannon. I'm enlightened, Chad, I got stones around my neck. If you pay attention, I teach her how to earn respect. I walk around with a tag like I'm mad at the rail. People do any damn thing for a check. So what if you got signed labels, throw them on the shelf? I don't ask for help, I just go within myself. Hard times I prevail, I bust up out my shell. I let my nuts hang, cause they don't got no curfew. Gold mouth, rabbit on my teeth, I got carrots. Open up a mouth and she got vocals sound like Janet.